I personally don't know what to call this. Just got back from church maybe 3 hours ago, and it's time to give some updates about my life so far. We have a working vehicle now.
I'm in a working vehicle. Yay!
We're still living off the generator.
For those who don't know, I live off this generator. Yep.
It's not so bad. The generator does what it needs to do. It's okay. I say it's about $15 every day for gas, typical with the vehicle. Um, my cat is doing all right. This is Twinkie. Okay. Um, I want to say last Thursday, we signed the cremation papers for my brother. So my brother would be cremated instead of being buried. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but it is what it is. So I guess all I can do now is move forward, which is pretty much this whole thing is moving forward. Whoever's watching this, maybe you'll find me relatable. Maybe you'll see something in me that you can understand and nod to. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for subscribers. I'm just telling a story. And this is kind of just the files of my story. Just till one day, maybe I die. Who knows? But I've been thinking about everything that's been going on in the world. And it's crazy, I know. We got a whole war going on with the East, but when is the Middle East not having a war? The only difference is that it's one side that's bad going, ooh, I'm going to overthrow your side, which is also bad, but the other guys are very bad compared to the current bad guys. But that's all about politics, and I'm pretty sure we've seen enough politics on the fear mongering TikTokers or the CNN news who pull out bullshit out of their asses. And don't even get me started on Joe Biden. But with everything that's going on in the world, it's nice to know that there's hope. It's nice to know that in the end, the planet will survive, everything will continue turning, and those with the right mindsets will be the ones that remain at the end of the day. And it's also nice to know that we are able to avoid all of this chaos if we put the right cards into play. Though I can't speak for the future, I don't really know. But that doesn't mean you should live in fear. Fear makes you do stupid things. It makes you make bad decisions. And you don't want that. Fear is bad. Though what can beat fear is hope. Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here, and it's what we fight with when all else is lost. At least that's what I tell myself. And yes, that is a quote from God of War 3, Pandora. I'm a nerd. But what matters is that things do get better. I've been without power for 5 months now. The only thing I had for the last 3 months was the generator. And let me tell you, going through this summer without air conditioning was one of the most agonizing things I have felt. And it's not my first rodeo as well. But I survived, and you can too. Now, I have to thank my buddies, my friends, that aided me during the crisis. But at the same time, I am here, and I played my cards right. I could have played them wrong, and I could have ended up with my brother, which is one way of looking at it. But good news. Like I said, I got a working vehicle. We've been able to kind of relax a bit because we don't have to walk everywhere. And I might have a job Monday at he knows for 18 an hour position. So I'm looking forward to that. And even if it's a short-lived job, it's something I could use. So yeah. Though besides that, I don't really know what else to say besides everything's gonna be okay. Sure, you're gonna suffer, and you're going to go through many things in life to a point you want to give up or just. But at the end of the day, things always come around. Eventually, all that suffering ends up becoming something later on in life. Either a path of knowledge, it could be something like a life skill that you might have to use one day, or it just could be the latter. Because there are days where we just have bad days, and there are days where we have good days. And they come and go, and that's okay. But you matter. Everything is going to be alright. Though you must understand the rules and laws, you must understand what your heart says and what you say. Don't get emotion mixed with facts. Because while facts remain strong and unbiased, emotions are very biased and they lead to rash making decisions, similar as fear. But I've also been going to church a lot more ever since my brother had passed away. In growing up, I've always considered myself a Christian, but now actually paying attention and reading the Bible, I see that I was kind of wrong. I wasn't a Christian. I was more of someone who heard of the religion but never studied it. And when I look into it, it's pretty much laying out everything that's happening now. And you can call me whatever you want. I don't care. But I'm starting to feel confident. I'm starting to feel happy. I'm starting to love myself as a person even more. And that's all because of going to church and meeting this community that I didn't know was in this area. And seeing old friends again, it's nice. And everyone's entitled to their own religion, so please don't bash mine. But I've been thinking about getting saved. And I was originally afraid because I didn't have a relationship with God. But if what I'm learning is true about, you know, being, you don't, you're, the flesh is wicked and all that, then maybe it is time to get saved. Or maybe in the near future. I don't know. My brother died and he was not saved. But he was disabled, so I like to think that since he had cerebral palsy, he went to heaven. Like free of charge. Because he was not capable of sinning. But at the same time, I just hope when I go up there, I get to see him again. Anyway, that's it for now for the Wilborn Files. I'll talk more later in the future. Bye bye, and one more cameo Twinkie. You got anything to say?